people to that. So we're going to close the doors and say, no, we'll just cut it out of our liturgies and we will not have a listen to it anymore.
Yeah.
Also,
well, obviously you set up your camps, the Christians do it, and there's some people but from the higher up, from the in using the Babylonian Talmud, might do it. But it's interesting how the Romanite Jews kind of just left it in there, and
well, they're not afraid.
They didn't.
Yeah,
they didn't bother about it too much. Yeah,
you know, they survived. They managed to survive as a Jewish community amongst the Byzantines in Christendom for 2,000 years, so almost 2,000 years. So they had other things which they thought were more important than whether this first century rabbi was the Messiah or not. There are other things which they felt were more precious that made them hold on to Judaism, other than whether Jesus is Messiah. There was something else about the Romanite community which was more important to them about Judaism, while the other side wasn't. And so, for example, here, it is another interesting thing. When we have there's a reference to Menashe. There's somebody called Menashe who was a heretic, and his punishment in hell is he's burning in excrement. That's what he's, according to the traditions which passed down. And they in the Jerusalem Talmud, they don't mind referring to him as Menashe. He's Menashe. Whereas in the Babylonian Talmud, they say Yamach Shmo V'Zircho, which means may his name and memory be obliterated, and they write the acronym for Yamach Shmo V'Zircho, may his name and memory be obliterated, because they don't like Menashe, and those letters are Yod, Shin, Vav, which is read by most people as Yeshu. So they say Yeshu is burning in excrement, and so. This leads to another example of, well, the Jerusalem Talmud preserves the original, and the Babylonian Talmud is a censored form. So, and of course, as a result of the Babylonian Talmud, you get a lot of, again, people who hate Judaism trying to argue that Judaism is really has horrendous things to say about Jesus, because the Talmud says that Yeshua is burning in excrement, and they interpret Yeshua as meaning Jesus, whereas the Jerusalem Talmud makes it very clear that that's Menashe. So it's got nothing to do with Jesus. So there we go.
It's like again, I think